Donald Trump's Department of Justice has been busted spying on lawmakers from both political parties who were given access to the unredacted Epstein files, which are contained in a special facility controlled by the Department of Justice. When the Department of Justice gave these lawmakers access to the Epstein files, they were spying on the search history that was being used by these lawmakers to search through the Epstein files, the unredacted files. These unredacted files are what should have been produced and still should be produced in connection with compliance of the Epstein Transparency Act. Instead, the Trump regime produced redacted files, which also unlawfully unredacted or outed identities, photographs, and other personal identifying information of victims and survivors. So how was it uncovered that the Trump regime was spying on these lawmakers from the House of Representatives that took this trip to the special facility? Well, when Pam Bondi was testifying before the House Judiciary Committee, she had a burn book where she had opposition research on all of the members of Congress asking her questions so she could attack them. She was photographed by photographers and other reporters, and this burn book could be seen. And when she was questioning, for example, Congresswoman Jayapal, Democratic Congresswoman from Washington in the Seattle area, she had a piece of paper that said, "This is the search history of Congresswoman Jayapal," when she was given access to the unredacted Epstein files. So the Midas Touch Network caught up with lawmakers from both parties. We even caught up with Nancy Mace. I'll show you in a little bit. But as you know, our Washington, D.C. bureau has a strong presence on Capitol Hill. And Pablo Manriquez, who runs our D.C. bureau, he's been doing an incredible job. And by the way, thanks to all of you for growing this platform. We've been able to build out this D.C. bureau that's now got hundreds of millions of views, approaching billions of views already in about a month since we launched our D.C. bureau. But Manriquez was able to speak with lawmakers on Capitol Hill and ask them about the Trump regime spying on lawmakers. So here's what Congresswoman AOC told our Pablo Manriquez. Let's play this clip.
What did you make of the DOJ evidently tracking search histories of your colleagues as you search for the Epstein files?
Deeply disturbing that Pam Bondi had and they had preserved, essentially, as you mentioned, search histories of sitting members of Congress on the Epstein files. They were looking at what members of Congress were looking at, and they were using that, importantly, as ammunition against them, their own search histories against them in a hearing by Pam Bondi.
Here's what Congressman Raskin had to say. Let's play it.
DOJ monitoring the...
Wait, what did you make of this DOJ's monitoring search histories of the unredacted Epstein files?
It is a violation of the separation of powers for them to essentially be monitoring our computer searches on the Epstein file. So I think it's outrageous that they would do that, and it's Orwellian, and we're going to have some more to say about it soon.
Do you know if Congresswoman Jayapal was the only person?
We have reason to believe that it was happening to everybody who went over there, that they were monitoring everybody's computer searches.
What gives you reason to believe that?
We'll be having more to say about this later.
Here's more from Congresswoman AOC about Bondi's testimony. I think this is so spot on. Play this clip.
I think that we all saw today the performance that she had. She was screaming, thrashing, and I think it is because she knows that she is implicated in a massive cover-up to protect a powerful ring of pedophiles through the redactions of the names of perpetrators, the holding of 3 million files, the moving of the unexplained moving of Ghislaine Maxwell into a new cushy facility. All of these things are what she personally oversaw, and that's before even digging into whatever questions may arise from her history in Florida. And I think that her thrashing and her very erratic performance today pointed to the fact that there are real questions that point to the DOJ under her leadership, and her leadership specifically, as well as her role in all of this.
And of course, we learned about the spying through the photographs that were taken of Bondi during the testimony of Congresswoman Jayapal, when Jayapal was asking Bondi the questions and Bondi was testifying. Here's what Congresswoman Jayapal had to say. Let's play this clip.
What did you make of the DOJ apparently monitoring search histories as
It is so outrageous. I think we just put out a tweet on it. I mean, I found out about it because a reporter called me and wanted to know about the emails that I had searched. And I was like, how did you know what emails I searched? I mean, there is a separation of powers for a reason. This is spying. This is the DOJ spying on members of Congress and what we search. So we are putting together a letter with Ranking Member Raskin and others on the committee to say, we need a full accounting of what you searched for, what you're using it for, and you need to stop that. We need a new process that assures us that you are not spying on members of Congress.
And here's what Congresswoman Teresa Leger Fernandez had to say. Let's play it.
Spying on the search terms.
Oh, this is horrible. When I went in there, that's the first thing I thought as I started doing my searches. They are going to be recording this, and this is exactly why this whole process is flawed and a sham. One, how do they expect us to be able to go and investigate them when we're given, a minute, not a minute, when we're given limited time to review the files? They should be doing an investigation. They should be doing a thorough review and going after all of the people in those files that they're named. Right, there are names there that they haven't investigated. It's their job. They're the Department of Justice. They should be doing that. And it is an outrage that they are spying on Congress.
Yeah, you were there today, correct?
Yes, I was there today.
And anything stand out in terms of what you actually saw that was redacted and perhaps shouldn't have been?